everybody, thanks for watching. And just a quick reminder that Bible series, book 20, is now available. The Proverbs. Make sure you guys check this out. We're going to get into that in a second. Also, I want to thank you guys for being patient with the whole book process. We send out most of the tracking numbers to everybody. And we just got the new books in. So more books are going to be going out. All books are sold out at the moment. They're all sold out. And as I said before, those books were at a reduced price, half price for the first book. So when they come back out, there will be more. So I appreciate you guys getting in early and being patient with the process. Promise you, we're getting the books out as quickly as possible with the, the help that we have. So it's a lot of books, and I appreciate you guys' patience and support on that. But also, a lot of people was asking about the new site. So I do have another site coming because the app is done. Apple approved the app. We just adding a couple things to it. So this app is coming. It's going to release finally. And it's a whole presentation. I'm doing this whole thing so we can get into the site and the update. And then another site I have coming that's really going to be helping my entrepreneurs out. It's really dedicated to people who have small businesses and who have businesses that's, up and coming. Entertainment is, it's big money. It's a lot of money in that. There are new ways that people are coming up, to make money off of entertainment. You see with TikTok and just social media in general. But it's a lot of advertising spaces out there for people with small businesses that we really just can't afford as a small business. So this platform that I'm coming out with, which I'm going to do a whole presentation on this coming up, is going to really be geared towards helping people with that. And I'm lucky enough to be a part of this whole situation. And everybody that's going to be on Merkabah Academy that has a business, I'm going to make sure you guys have an opportunity to take advantage of this promotion to where you guys are going to be able to get your business out there. And it's going to be for free. It's not going to be no charge for you guys that's on Merkabah Academy. So all you guys who sent me your business information, I'm going to be contacting most of you guys that I see are, at that point in your business to where this is a push for you guys. A lot of you guys are well established and this is the next step. So those people, I will contact you guys and, let you in on this opportunity. But it's also going to be shown on Merkabah Academy and, once the site is fully active, when the app releases. But it's going to be able to really give you guys a push to get your business out there, to be seen and to get advertising spots. If you're a content creator on YouTube, you probably heard, you probably got a lot of solicitation from a lot of these, small companies. It's a lot of groups out there that help you with your channel and grow your channel and stuff like that, which, I kind of stay away from all that stuff. Anything I really can't control, I have a hand in controlling. I don't like dealing with it for, obvious reasons. But this is going to be a really good platform for you guys to get your business out there and to have a chance to, to communicate and network with other business owners that might be doing the same thing, that can help you with logistical stuff, ordering, because that's the big one right there. Who's the guy? Who's the wholesaler? And I'm going to give you guys my information on some of the wholesalers that I use that I talked about in personal economics. And now they're, willing to accept more people in. And if you're, you're more established, you might have the money by now to go ahead and, take advantage of a lot of these wholesalers that I'm going to do a whole video on this. And we're going to get into this, coming soon. So stay tuned for all my entrepreneurs out there, because you guys have to find a way to get out of the rat race and get into business now more than ever. It's important, but it's easier. It's easier for you guys to get into, internet-based business or some type of business that you can generate sales from social media. So we're going to get into this coming soon. And thanks to everybody that's a member that's keeping up with the site. I know a lot of you guys, I got a lot of emails from you guys about the Never Pay Again membership. I'm going to do this again for 24 hours. And it might step a little bit longer, but it's really going to be 24 hours because there's only about 200 people we can get in for this membership. I'm going to do it at this price, $79.99, 24 hours. That's going to be it, because I know a lot of people didn't see it. So if you want to get it, take advantage. A new video just came out today. It's $20. So, you basically saving because you'll get that video as well by taking advantage of this sale. I'm not doing it for $8 no more because I put out the sale for $100. So that means you don't have to pay for no more videos. And that's what that means. Never pay again. I'm trying to get as much people onto it as possible, so it's not an issue with, price when videos come out. So for my already never pay again members, a lot of you guys still having issues with where to go for new videos. Again, Podia is only for people who have to pay. Podia is not for never pay again members. You guys already have access to everything that's on Podia. All you have to do, like I said, go to Conscious Courses, scroll down, put in the password, scroll down to the never pay again section, click on there, put in the password, you're good to go. And then, just hit enter or hit return on your keyboard or phone, and you'll have access to the video. So whenever a new video comes out, it will appear on there. That's where you need to go. You don't need to go to Podia at all. So this is where you guys go. But so it's real simple, real easy. And that's where you guys go to get access to new videos. And as I said, once the app comes out, if you already have it on Android, we've been sending out alerts. We're going to be testing the push notifications soon. So as soon as we release the iPhone app, just make sure you guys turn your notifications on. So whenever a new video comes out, you'll get a notification. For all the Never Pay Again members, you guys will get a notification for everything that's up and coming, that's coming up, and you'll have, you'll be in the know before everything releases. But we're coming up on a lot of new stuff. So it's one of the reasons why I'm putting this video out, so you guys can be in the know, understanding what's coming and what's going to be releasing. It's a lot of new videos coming up. So I appreciate you guys' patience and support on everything. So yeah, let's get into this video. So the Proverbs. The Proverbs is something we've been talking about. Had a conversation with a few people on Google. And yeah, it's a lot that you need to understand when it comes to the book of Proverbs. It's one of the most debated books in the Bible. And I know I got a lot of questions. We talked about this because you guys already knew what book was coming next. And Proverbs, they reveal some stuff, but Proverbs is also the book where you can tell, it gives it away where, they copied the Bible from. And there's a lot of scholars who get into Proverbs. And, Proverbs is, and somebody asked this question. Yes. So in Proverbs, we have Lady Wisdom, which we get into in the video. And yeah, a lot of people have no idea that it was someone created before God created anything else. And they don't tell you this in the book of Genesis. You find out in Proverbs, like, wait a minute, God created something before he created earth, and it was Lady Wisdom. It's esoteric, of course, but you need to understand because she really gets into a lot of information in this book, Proverbs. So it's important because it's pointing you somewhere. It's pointing you in a direction. And the Proverbs is real deep. It's a lot of information you need to take in. And it's really about them getting people to accept what you have read thus far. Because as I said, you read the Bible. By the time you get to 2 Samuel, you're ready to check out because you're like, yo, this guy crazy as shit. There's no way this is how it's supposed to be. Now, after everything you read, just the stories and everything like that, it's a mind job, and you just scratching your head like, this seems so dysfunctional for all powerful God, and who's supposed to know all and see all and everything they tell us. But if you actually read the Bible, it's no way, something is wrong. And it's clear as day when you read in the book that if this dude has the power to just do this and create this, and so why is it this way? Is it a lesson in this? It don't make sense. I always talk about it like, okay, God created everybody, right? So why would he create all these people to occupy land that he wanted to give to the Hebrews? And then he tell the Hebrews, hey, this is your land. Just go kill these people and take it, when God can just, here's the land, take it, or just tell the people to leave. Something. It doesn't make sense for it to be bloodshed and babies dying and crazy stuff, eating babies and all that. And it's supposed to be a logical, rational, merciful God. It just don't fit, that all this stuff is going on. So to combat that, as I say in the video, because it's crazy, we get Proverbs. And Proverbs is nuts. And it's one of the things I say, you got to realize that if the book was true, if all this stuff actually happened, you wouldn't need Proverbs. You wouldn't need, all the reassuring and the encouraging and the persuasion and the brainwashing to get people to accept. It would be simply that, okay, if this God is real, then we can find out real easy. But it's so much swaying that goes into it, because you got to remember back then, there's no social media. It's nothing else to really occupy these people time. So they had time to really think for themselves and look into stuff. So when you think about somebody coming to you and saying, hey, this guy does this, and this is the guy we're supposed to serve, and so on and so forth. How? This is why the Bible has been changed a lot, because it was different. Because back then it's like, well, the only thing you got to really worry about is, food, shelter. And it was a lot of rituals done because they felt like if crops wasn't growing, the gods was angered. So what do we have to do to please the gods so we can have, a good harvest? And this is a big part of, religion. It's about the gods. And they looked at this stuff as being real spiritual. And of course, if it ain't no harvest and no food, and, it's an issue. So with Proverbs, it's a lot of persuasion. It's a lot of, stuff that they're getting into to get you to understand how you're supposed to live your life according to wisdom. And so Lady Wisdom gets into how she was created before the earth, before heavens. For anything, it was Lady Wisdom that was with God. And as I talked about in the beginning of Genesis, you got to get into that whole part where it's talking about, in the image of God, and everything that entails. So we get into it in the video, and it's a lot that you got to really remember about the Bible. And as I said, it's parts in up and coming books and in this book that causes you to go back to previous books. So we know the Proverbs is supposed to be written by Solomon, and you got to go back to, First Kings and understand what was said about Solomon and everything like that. And then, of course, there's the whole Egyptian connection to this. But it's important to understand the message that it's putting out. And it's deep. Proverbs it's a lot of, sayings in it. It's leading you somewhere. And you got to really look to that and really read the book to understand exactly where it's leading you and who Lady Wisdom is. Now, one of the things a lot of people is going to pick up on, and they know people are not doing this research. They know people are not reading their Bibles, because one of the things you have to realize is when you look at the Nag Hammadi manuscripts, when you look at Gnosticism and how Sophia is attached to Lady Wisdom, and you have to understand that, wait a minute, they didn't find the Nag Hammadi or the Gnostic doctrines until after the King James Version. So, how would they know that? How would the King James Version even know what this was talking about? And you still won't get that part unless you understand the esoteric part of what's being said and who this goes back to. So it's almost like, okay, well, y'all wouldn't have known about this, 1604, 1611, when the King James Version was being created, to esoterically code this. It's one of the things when you study the many different Bibles, and I talked about this, it's about 16 Bibles before the King James Version. And a lot of people say, well, the Bible was never changed. Well, why did we have all these different books? Obviously, it was things, put in and taken out. Things was changed. And just a little bit of research tell you that, woman taken in adultery, we know that was added. We know that they removed the verse from Matthew and put it in John, I believe it was. And when the soldier, stabs Jesus with the spear,